Right, so we're up at Callendar Square after 3 weeks of not posting anything because I know that there would just be kind of clearing and stuff, but it's the 30th of June 2025. We're on the High Street side, and as you can see, this whole bit here is all kind of been separated off. They did say that they were doing a hand separation, but that's a bit more than a kind of hand one when you see like that this kind of cuts through all the kind of girders and everything. Mind you, they're like cast iron and like really kind of heavy duty and stuff. So I suspect that they probably did all that with one of them blowtorch things. So that's how that side's looking. I say it was like 3 weeks ago that I posted the last update up here, so I just thought that I would kind of catch you guys up, because obviously I've been posting a lot of stock car stuff, and I know a lot of yous I've kind of enjoyed the kind of demolition videos. This is where the front kind of raised bit was, that had the stairs going up, and those kind of bits with the rebar on the top. Those bits there, that used to be where the front entrance of the shop centre used to be. This whole bit here's all been cleared. Still a wee bit of the stairs there. And this whole all this kind of rubble and hardcore and all that is all the stuff that's kind of came out the crusher that you'll see on the other side. As I say though, it's been like 3 weeks since the last update, and obviously as I said right at the kind of start of this update, that I didn't really think that they would kind of be doing anything kind of substantial, just kind of breaking up a lot more of the hardcore and stuff and getting a lot of it chipped away and stuff, or piled up and everything. I can kind of see a wee bit of the kind of basement bit at the bottom there. That was there a good couple of updates ago. But then also this is where the tower was. So this has all been completely flattened. There is obviously still like the wee bits of the kind of the retaining wall and stuff that's still there. So that's not changed. I thought when they were kind of doing the bit around the other side that they were taking the retaining wall away, but apparently not. So, and anyway, I don't know, because also the high street's on a bit of a slope, so I don't know whether that would coincide with the actual high street, so it would all kind of a road away. That's why they didn't do this kind of bit. But this is kind of coming along to pretty much like the kind of best view that you'll get of what's going on the actual site just now, which is quite annoying actually, because also there's all these kind of big piles of rubble and all that, which every time I kind of came up when they've been working, which actually hasn't been that much, No, so I know that they wouldn't be doing that much, but I've not actually seen anybody working with, or like scooping up or moving at any of this hardcore, right? So I don't know what's kind of happening with that. But what I have realised is if you look there, just behind the Hyundai machine, there's like now like 3 levels to reinforced concrete there. That bottom level you could not see it at all because of how much hardcore and stuff there. The big 350s not working. It wasn't working the last time I was up anyway. That kind of darker yellow one, that one was, I think, replaced the series machine that was here. Probably in the last update, I can't remember much about what happened in the last update. It's probably just either miscellaneous stuff that I was recording or an actual proper update or anything. But I suspect that the CD machine was in that one. I think the last update I was going to get a bit of footage on the High Street side, like over the other side of that, like the bit that we passed right at the start, where there's all the kind of girders and stuff that they kind of cut for like the entrance to the job centre / VHS was and stuff. They had a smaller excavator re-swallowed in any of these ones, one that you'd probably get working on like kind of roadworks or something like that sort of size. And they had it kind of scooping up a lot of the hardcore or like the kind of bricks and stuff which you can see along there. Probably a lot of that stuff actually came from round there. You can do the dump truck going up and doing the high street as well on the same day. It didn't take them long to clear it, but I didn't want to kind of record, or I would have wanted to record some of the footage of that, but also it's on the high street and there's like loads of people kind of going past and stuff, and you got all like the kind of traffic and stuff kind of coming up and down the high street as well. But yeah, that I'm sure the same machine was in that last update. Unfortunately, it's not inside anymore. It's been replaced by that kind of bigger Hyundai, which was that, I think, the one that I got a couple of videos of kind of earlier on. It wasn't the one that they were doing much kind of hard demolition with. They were doing a bit of kind of demolition, but just kind of clearing up a lot of the all the kind of fabric and stuff that was kind of hanging off a lot of the floors and stuff, a lot of the kind of stuff that was on the roof and stuff, just kind of picking that off. But yeah, so that one's back. We're also got like the 290, which is one that you can hear there with the drill on, and the 210. But if I come along a wee bit, just behind that, the Hyundai one there, you can, just next to the cab there, for that bit of rebar, that's actually one of the bits of the rebar from, I believe, when they were doing the actual hotel. Because also a lot of that was on stilts and stuff. There was a lot of pillars and stuff in that bit of the hotel. and obviously they were kind of doing it section by section, that sort of thing. So like taking a lot of the kind of top, saw that in the that kind of first video, kind of taking away the kind of top bit at the hotel. And I say you would have seen that in the first kind of video. At like when they first started on the hotel, they were kind of taking away a lot of the top bit with the high reach one, and then kind of coming into this the kind of smaller one, and kind of taking a lot of the little stuff away. So I think that's one of the original stuff from it, but I could be wrong. So. I think that smaller high dimension here, that's got the 1 thing on. It's getting a lot of doing a lot of the crushing and stuff. And I say a lot of the kind of site is just been this sort of work that they're doing. But I suspect once all that's done, then you'll probably like get like that big huge machine. Because to be honest, right, that would probably reach that top bit at this stage. That's the problem with this kind of basement that they're kind of working in and stuff. So you can't really get a kind of good view unless you're all sitting on the top of the car park. And even then, you can't really see what's going on and stuff. So that'll probably be where I'll leave it for this update. I don't know when I'll do the next update. Or you never know, the next kind of demolition video that I might from this site might actually be them kind of knocking a bit more of that down. So I'll see what's kind of happening and stuff like this. But yeah, that'll be it for this one, guys. Bye.